Let's the Gen 1ers rage. The date is February 27th, 1996. After a long time, a little company by the name of Game Freak finally releases a new game, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue for the Nintendo Game Boy. The start of a revolution in gaming, but are these games really as good as people make them out to be? In these games you are a 10-year-old boy who gets sent out by Professor Oak with just one mission: collect all 151 Pokemon. Taking matters into your own hands, you somehow decided it should also be a good idea to become the Pokemon champion. Nobody really just knows why, but you kinda just do it, you know? After getting your first Pokemon from Professor Oak, you are free to start training your Pokemon and catching new ones. Your Pokemon grow stronger through battling with other Pokemon. Most Pokemon evolve at a certain level, but some of them evolve through the use of a certain item. While there are a grand total of 151 Pokemon, there's only about 80 evolutionary lines, meaning that in order to catch them all, you must train and evolve a lot of Pokemon. It's not just a matter of catching all of them. Then there's the fact that either game doesn't have all 151 Pokemon in them, meaning that you will have to trade certain Pokemon for Pokemon Red or Blue and the other way around. With all that out of the way, let's look at a couple of downsides in this game. The AI is just downright stupid. For a kids game this might not be a really valid criticism, but let me give you an example of the bad AI. In Twitch Plays Pokemon, the only reason that people were able to beat the Elite Four is because the Dragonite lance used kept spamming Reflect. Why does it do that, you ask? Well, Reflect is a psychic type move, which normally would be super effective against Venomoth, which is a bug poison type. However, the AI didn't realize that Reflect doesn't deal any damage, and it kept using it because it thought, well, this is the best way to take out this Venomoth. Let's go on to a second example: Bind. In Generation 1, if you used the move Bind, your opponent couldn't move, couldn't switch out, and would get damaged every single turn. As a result of this, if the AI used Bind, they would keep using it every time it wears off, which results in you getting stuck in a loop, just watching your poor Pokemon die and there's nothing you can do about it. Then there's a lot of glitches, the most famous one obviously being missing now. Though these glitches are mostly harmless and won't break your game, it is something worth to be noted because some of these do actually break your game. You have to actually go out looking for them most of the time, but it's something to be noted because Pokemon Red and Blue were programmed extremely messy. This is probably due to the pre-production of the game not being executed very well. There's some more minor glitches such as toxic damage and leechy damage being stored in the same damage variable. But if I'm being honest, I don't think that's really important enough to take into account. At the end of the day, this game is the beginning of a great series which is still being made and remade to this very day. But the original installments on the Nintendo Game Boy just weren't all that good, honestly. It's certainly worth picking up and playing if you get the chance to get it somewhere, although really you will probably download and emulate it on your PC, I know how this shit works. But people seem to forget about the flaws this game has, and it has a good amount of them. So the final judgment is a mere 5 out of 10. It's really good for nostalgic purposes, but I recommend playing the remakes for the GBA. With all of that out of the way, this has been the first episode of In Retrospect. If you want me to cover any other game, just leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel as well. I'm Vlogger, you have been awesome. Next time we'll be back with a different game. Bye.